Hey guys, System here, and this is FTB Stoneblock 3. Hope you're all having a great day. I am having a fantastic one. Just gonna jump forward and move back in the pack here. And I have to say, I am loving this series. I'm loving this pack. It's been a great time all around. You guys have been immensely supportive, and you guys all rock. I just wanna say that you guys all rock, right? So let's go ahead and jump back in this pack here, and yeah, just do the things, right? So in between episodes, I went ahead and worked on our walkway here, just a little hallways. Got rid of our garage doors too. I just wasn't feeling them then. But these are just, I guess I could use that there. There you go. These are just frame slope blocks from frame blocks, right? So you can just kind of put them down. And you kind of combine those with the framed elevated. And it gives you this nice 2-block kind of step up in between the sections, right? Then you just go ahead and use whatever block you want on them. And they just look like that, right? So that's what I did there. Down here I did the same kind of walkway. And I think I've redone this hallway 4 times now. But I think I'm done. I'm happy with what it kind of looks like right now. So I have a whole bunch of the, again, more of the frame blocks. Then I have some of the illuminated lights there. Then I guess it just comes down here and transitions into the other areas. I just find this transitions a lot more smoothly than it did previously. I know some of you guys don't care about the building, but I love the building. I like having a nice looking base, right? So anyway, that is what I did there. And outside of that, did I do anything else? I don't think I really did much in between episodes, actually. I just idled for a bit. Up here, you kind of look at our production that we set up yesterday. This one's going super fast. I didn't realize how fast it's going. It's already at 185K. This one here is already at 180. Once they both hit 110, we can turn that off, right? So that is amazing. This one's going really good too. I think that one is a 210 as well. So once that one hits 210, we can turn that one off. And that's going to reduce a lot of lag in my world. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. This one's going really slow. You can't really tell what it is, but it's the balloons, right? Also, once you... Oh, I can take them out. There was an issue at one point when you took them out. They got metadata, but it looks like we can actually pull them out now. But anyway, this one's going super slow. We may have to up our hemp production at some point because we got tons of treated wood. We don't have enough hemp, but we need, I think it's like 1.6 million of these things. And this was the first one we did. So it is super, super slow. So we may have to contend with that at some point. Also, which one here? This one, not that one. It's this one here, right? This one here actually stopped working at one point. So if we go in here for a second, I kind of show you what's going on. If you're having the same issues, you did the same kind of setup I did inside a compact machine, you may be having the same issue here as well. But 2 times now, out of like 10 times that we restarted the pack, when I log in, there's an ender pearl on the ground, just sitting there, not doing anything. There will be a block of iron, then the redstone sitting on top, but it's not doing the craft. And it's only happening on pack loads, right? So I'm not sure what's going on there. And the only way I can think to fix that, because it's kind of a pain. I don't know if I'll bother, but I would have to shuffle these block placers all over into a corner, right? Then have a block breaker sitting at this height, right? Pointing at the redstone, and then have like a long timer on it. That way it would break the redstone. The redstone gets placed, reset the craft, and that would start it over. Because basically when I come in here, I just have to break that redstone. That resets the craft. So that's basically what happens, and it's the only way I can think of fixing it really easily. So just wanted to point that out to you. Because if you did this setup, it may be shutting off on you, and you want to kind of keep track of it. I'm just going to keep probably checking it after every load of the pack. I don't think it's that big a deal. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything I did, and the little bit of information. I think we're going to go ahead and work on some Nitro crystal automation. We may do some LaserIO with this as well. Basically, we need to automate these here. We'll get 16 per craft. I think we need a lot of these too. I actually have to look at the numbers. Can't remember how many we need. So before we do anything else, I actually want to go ahead and do something kind of fun here. Let's go ahead and grab this. I want to make us some of these here, some travel anchors. And these things are just really good for kind of getting around your base. And they're just pretty cool. Let's go ahead and grab the travel staff as well. I think this has EMC, so let's drop that off. Maybe grab a stack of these. Basically, these are like short-range teleports. They're actually pretty rad all around. But anyway, let's go ahead and grab one. Pop it down here, do that. Put it in the floor. Then we need to name this thing, I think, as well. So we'll name this one, we'll just call it refined. I guess we'll call this refined here. Here you go. That one is set up. Then we need to go ahead and set up another one. I'll probably have a bunch of these around my base when I'm kind of done here. Probably right there. That looks good. Could throw one right here. Then if I name this one, because it actually works by default, but I think I need to name this one as well. We'll just call this one main, because it's kind of our main room, right? Here you go. And I think we just right click. Yeah, just kind of aim at it. And right click, and then you can kind of move around your base really quickly, right? Then I think you can also use the wand here, and I don't have to be standing on them if I have the wand, and I can just right click and go to them too. So a pretty neat way to just move around your base really quickly and getting that done, right? Oh, I may have an issue down here. I didn't think about that. I was going to put one down here too, but that inhibitor may inhibit that. Let's try that real quick. So if I do this and then grab our, I guess rename it, right? Let's go mob. I'm guessing I won't be able to teleport here. No, we can't teleport here. So that's the thing. Well, I think you can teleport with this thing too, right? So you can just straight teleport through walls and things. You used to be able to do, right? Yeah, it's just a short range teleport as well. So it's a pretty cool little tool. Does that actually use power? I guess it doesn't use power anymore. I thought this thing used power. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. This one here, I guess I'll have to put a little further down the hall. But yeah, I'll be putting these all around our base just so we can move around our base very cleanly and quickly. And should work out pretty well for us, right? I have to say, this is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Look at that. We just teleport around like it's nothing. I love this. This is actually super cool. Just move around really freely, very quickly. And probably won't even use the wand for the most part. I'll probably just, I guess, throw this in the chest. I don't think we really need a short range teleport, right? Maybe I'll put it in my backpack just in case I want to go through a wall or something. Also, I went ahead and enchanted this too. So you can enchant this. You get a range. Yeah, you get range up to 1, 2, and 3. I think that makes it so, I don't know what the max range on these are, but it makes it so it can go like further, right? There's also another enchant that you get. It's called, I think it says teleport, right? I don't know how to get that one though. So if someone knows how to get that one, let me know. But I think you can put this one on, I don't know if it's a tool or a weapon. And then that'll make it so that weapon or tool can do the same thing, right? But not sure how to get that enchant. It might be just a complete random one. But yeah, pretty cool all around. And we get around our base really easy now, which is pretty rad. I actually really like this. This is actually cool. I haven't done this since like 1.7. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is work on our automation for our nitro crystals, right? So we're going to set up 5 energizing orbs. So that is pretty cool. Then with that, we need to automate 2 different things, right? So we need to automate the actual nitro crystals themselves, right? So this recipe. Then 2 of them will be doing the blocks of blazing crystals because we need those. They're actually required to make the nitro crystals, right? So I figure we'll have 2 for that, 3 for the nitro, and hopefully our throughput's good enough. We need like a 1.2 million of these things or something like that. Anyway, let's grab these cable here. They have a little bit of power on them, right? So they're not stacking. Probably have them back here. We'll have to get these all linked up too because it has a weird little kind of linking kind of mechanic that we need to deal with. Let's go ahead and put you down as well. I guess these ones all have power in them. And see if we can actually wand the rest. I don't know if we can. Oh, we can't. Okay, good. Just put down the cable manually. There you go. I'll come back later and probably add a bunch of train casings in here, right? But for right now, just kind of leave it kind of dirty. One more. Can I have you right there? There you go. So that's good there. Let's go ahead and get them out of the way. Actually drop them off. Don't think we need them. Go ahead and start grabbing the actual rods themselves. We just need to take these now. I guess place them on all the cable here. There should be a little bit of light show when we're done as well. I'm not sure on the range of the rods too, but they do have a limited range. You can only go so far from the orb. But this should be within range. I guess we'll find out here in a second. But I think if I go like 1 or 2 more blocks, probably be out of range. Apparently I made 1 too many. Let's go ahead and drop that off. And that's good, right? So if I go ahead and grab this now, this is the wrench from power, right? So it has a little bit of dielectric paste and some iron. But if you go into here and set that to link mode, you just shift and right click there. You'll see that every one of them is linked to a single orb, right? And that's not what we want because we need to have power going to each of the orbs in order for them to do crafting, right? So you're just gonna, I think it's just shift and right click, right? Oh, that's rotate. I guess it's just right click, and then right click. I'll kind of link them up too. I think you can right click from either side too, right? So I go from rod to here, from here to here. And that should be all of them. No, that one's not linked up yet. Let's go ahead and grab you. Here you go. But now all 5 of them are all linked up with that one. And I just need to go ahead and do that for the other 3 here. And then we should be all linked up. I don't know what decides which one it links up to when you first put it down either. But they all just kind of assign themselves to one orb. But yeah, definitely a thing. Let's go ahead and get these linked up here. I think we may do some LaserIO to kind of get this all wired up too. I think that might be good for us. Should be a pretty easy way to do it. And give us really good like input and export out of it too, because that's gonna be one of the things that kind of makes this a little slower. But once you have it set up there, you get this kind of effect here. Should be quite a little bit of a light show when it's done too, so it should look pretty neat. And what do we need to do next? Next thing we need to do is probably we're gonna use one of those chests in a regulator again, like we did for our last setup, right? So go ahead and grab a chest here. Doesn't matter what you use for a buffer. Go ahead and grab you. We'll also want a exporter. Go ahead and get that. There you go. And we'll just kind of regulate this, and then we'll have to use, like I said, LaserIO for the rest. We haven't touched LaserIO in this pack because I haven't had anything that really needed a lot of throughput, right? But LaserIO is the king of multiple connections, and it's the king of just like speed. It's fast as heck. You can make it so fast if you really wanted to. You can make it, basically, I could make one chest, right? So if I had this here, like a LaserIO here, I technically could have 36 connections to that chest. Actually 35, but actually no, 36 with one LaserIO laser, which is pretty crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop that there. Go ahead and grab our cable. Go ahead and grab ourselves a regulator. I think I have a regulator right here. Regulator right here. There you go. Go ahead and pop that in there. We'll speed that up in a second. What do I want to regulate in here? I guess what I want to regulate is redstone. And it's going to be blocks of redstone. So we'll just do that. Go ahead and set that to 64. The other thing is going to be, I guess, nether stars. So let's make sure we have a stack of nether stars always in here as well. And I forget what the rest of the recipe is. I guess the other thing is just the blocks of blazing crystals. And we'll regulate that actually in a different way. So half the recipe's done. We still need to deal with the blocks of blazing crystals. Well, I might as well do that too, actually. We have the other one upstairs that you can autocraft the blocks of blazing crystals at the same time. So we can get this kind of pre-buffered like that as well. Yeah, that'll actually work out. And then I need to go ahead and make some things from LaserIO, and we'll get the rest of this done. So we actually don't need much from LaserIO, but we will need a bunch of laser nodes, so let's grab them. We'll need a laser wrench, so let's go ahead and grab that. Then we need, what is it called there? The card holder. Go ahead and grab a cool card holder here. Grab one of them. Then we need a bunch of cards, so let's go ahead and just grab as many as we could hold here for now. We need all item cards for right now. You take card holder too and shift right click, and then they'll just kind of go all inside it too, and they'll stack, because otherwise they don't stack. And what else do we need here? Probably a filter, right? So let's go to laser here. We probably need some of the basic filters, so hopefully we just go ahead and grab them. Oh, they have EMC too, so great. And then this one here, I want the counting filter as well. I definitely do not have observers. Go ahead and grab you, and then hopefully you grab that. There you go. Then we just go ahead and throw these into here and never craft these things again. That is good. That is good. And that's sweet. So I think that's pretty much everything we need. Also went ahead and grabbed a blaze mesh. Forgot that the blocks of blazing crystal, we're going to need those to actually be made, right? That's going to be the first thing to be automate here. So if we come down here, go ahead and break that. Also, I moved this chest back. Oh my goodness. My exchanging gadget did a whole bunch. Sometimes it does really random stuff and it just wastes blocks. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that real quick. But yeah, I had to go ahead and add the block of blaze mesh into here. So we have 64 of them kind of being stored there. We'll need all these blocks gone too. So let's go ahead and get rid of them. You need to set up our little network here. So the first thing you do is grab your laser nodes, pop them down, right? Then you grab yourself the laser wrench, shift and right click on one, then right click on the others, and they'll get those little red beams there telling you they can basically communicate with each other and are on the same network, right? So that is good. And the first thing we need to do is grab these blaze meshes, right? And pop them inside one of these energizing orbs into controlled matter, right? So I guess what we'll have to do is go ahead and pop into here, hunt down a card. We'll want a extract card on this one, and we'll probably want a filter as well, right? So we'll set it to extract. We'll set the speeds up on these in a bit, but right now I just want to get them working. And then we'll probably just use a counting filter on this. So let's grab you, do that. Kind of like the same thing as a regulator, right? So I could actually set them out. So you just left click, or you could right click, and I think you'd shift and shift right. There you go. Kind of change the numbers there. I want to have this just one because we can only have one of those in there, or otherwise it'll mess up, right? Then we want to go to the downside of this and throw that card in there. So it is right there. That'll be the extract. Then we have to do the insert sides as well. So I don't know why I did that. Let's turn that off right there. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab these two. Go ahead, probably add a counting filter to this side as well, just so we don't have to think about it. Oh yeah, you can only do it when you do the counting filters. You can only do one at a time, right? So I have to go ahead and grab a counting filter here. I think you can set all the counting filters out here in a batch though, right? So I can just do that. And then I'd want to go back into here and go into here and throw in a filter. Then go to the other one and set a filter. Then we should be able to just go to the top side. If you can actually see the side too, you don't actually have to kind of do it like access the actual block itself. You can just take the card itself, look at the side, and right click on. But now we have that beam there, and now it has it moved in the blaze mesh, and then it got hit with power, right? So that's what happened there. So it's actually already working. This one you'll see it kind of happen. Hopefully, go ahead and right click that on there. There you go, that's working. Also, I don't think I gave these gates yet, so let's actually go ahead and get them powered up. That might be a good thing to do as well. Go ahead and put a gate right there. So the first part done, right? Next thing we need to do is get those, I guess these blocks of blazing crystals back into the chest here. So what we'll want is, I guess, 2 extract cards. So let's go ahead and grab them. Then on this one, do we need a filter? No, we'll probably just do a different channel. So we'll just do orange here. And then on top of that, we'll want an insert one. That one will have to be orange as well. Then we'll come back and speed that up later again. Don't think we need any filter on this. Actually, no, I probably want a counting filter on this, right? Yes, on the insert side, what we'll do is grab a counting filter. Go. And then throw the, I guess, blaze mesh in there. Set it to 64. So it matches the one from refined storage, right? Oh, I guess it's not this. It's this stuff here. Let's go ahead and pop you in there. Go. Set that to 64. There you go. So it'll match the one from refined storage as well. So it'll never let more than 64 in here. Kind of what we want. Then let's go ahead and throw that into right here. Cool. And then on this one, we go down to the downside. Set the insert to this one. And this one here, I guess the other two, just go to the upside. Set our extract. And we'll test this in a second here. But that should be working. Go ahead and do this one as well. Sweet. And then I think if I went ahead, let's temporarily pull out the, this here. Let's go ahead and pull you out. There you go. Pull you out of here. There you go. That should count up to 64, then stop. So it's going to do the same thing that the refined storage regulator is doing, right? So no matter what, it'll just continuously make that stuff as long as there's less than 64 in here. So that part's taken care of. I guess the next part is just to set up the recipe for the actual nitro crystals itself. So I think this is even easier than I thought. So I think that's a recipe right there, right? So just go ahead and grab that. Check this here. It has 2 redstone blocks, blocks of blazing crystals, and the nether star, right? So that should be the recipe. And I think I just set 3 of those filters. We're going to set up a new channel too. So we'll just go to a purple channel, right? Then on the insert side, right? We'll just add that one to this one. That one to this one here. Then I guess this one here as well. Let's just do that. And I think that's effectively pretty much everything we need to do, actually. Except for we'll need a extract as well, but we'll worry about that afterwards. But that should put all the items inside of these, right? As long as we have an extract card on the same channel. So if we just went into here, set that to purple, and to extract, I think that's effectively done. Let's see. So if I go to this one here, go to the downside again, set a extract on this one. So this one is like a magenta or something. Then on these ones on the upside, I just all want the inserts, right? So we have this one here. That should get all the items. There you go. And hopefully you get hit with the light. There you go. I actually did the thing, man. So I did the first one a little redundant now that I see it, right? So what I did on this one, I guess on the extract, I had a filter, right? And then I did a filter on both sides, right? So I guess I did on both sides on this, right? So if I went to this one here, the extract, yeah, I didn't need this filter at all because I'm filtering on the insert. You really only need to filter on the insert. You don't really need to filter on the extract if you're using different color channels. Basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I kind of did that kind of redundant, but at the same time, it works out. And I guess the last thing we need is just do some extracts here and pull that into refined storage, I guess. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a ender chest here. Do that. Then we'll have to set up a dwarf for this, but that's fine. Go ahead and put this pretty much anywhere too. Maybe I'll do it right here. Let's go ahead and do you. There you go. Then we'll go ahead and get this all sped up too, because this should go quite fast when it's done. I guess we'll need 3 extract cards. We'll just do a new channel too. Let's go ahead and do that there. Go ahead and grab teal. It's an extract. And like I said, we'll speed that up when it's finished. I like to make sure you do it slow, then come back and speed it up, because that way if you have a problem, you can kind of sort it out, right? And then I guess we'll just need an insert as well on the same channel. And that should effectively handle that, right? And that's just going to go into this enter chest. So on the bottom side of this one, because we'd have this insert. And then on the top side of every one of these, right, on the upside, we'd have these extracts. So let's see if that works. That one worked, I think. That one worked, I think. There you go. And that one worked, I think. Nice. Actually, what is wrong with these ones? I feel like something's going wrong here. Nitro crystals, they're coming in. No, it is doing it. It's just going at a weird kind of pace there. So that's really good. That's actually awesome. Let's go ahead and grab our overclockers now. So you guys are now speaking to Future System, and I ran into some issues here, right? So first off, I had this tick accelerated, and when I do that, it drains my power faster than we could produce, right? So I don't probably want that on all the time. We only have like 45 billion buffer, you know what I mean? And once that's drained, it's drained. And that's even with, I guess I'm tick accelerating our actual reactor as well. So this is actually tick accelerated as well. And our battery is draining, right? So you go up here, see our battery. It's going down right now. It's going to keep going down. We did already produce almost, I guess, over 200,000 of the nitro crystals. So you go to here, check this out, go to nitro. See, we're at 215 because by the time I went ahead and filtered it, we already made 30,000 because this thing produces so quickly, right? So that is the thing as well. The main issue too is the cables, right? So those cables, they can only move 1 million RF tick. So even tick accelerated is going to be limited by that, right? So I'd have to use something like flux points or something to be able to, I guess, use more of the actual rods. But you can see how fast it is anyway. It doesn't even matter. I might as well just use the one rod, tick accelerated, and it's just producing nonstop. This one is not moving at full speed, but these are moving full speed, these are moving full speed, and these two are moving full speed, and they're all overclocked as well. But basically what I'm saying was I was doing overkill. I don't need to do overkill. I may do little batches where I kind of accelerate it for a bit, then turn it off, because we'll get to 1.2 million really quick, because that was like 20 minutes, right? So 20 minutes, we're already at the 200K of the crystals. I'm pretty sure we need like 1.2K or 1.2 million. And once we have that number, I can basically turn this off and worry about one less lag machine, basically. Also down here, I pulled out the, what did I have coming in here? Blazing crystals, because these are keeping up no problem. Like there's no problem. So just the two of them. So went ahead and got rid of that as well. But yeah, basically the fancy, showy, whole bunch of rod thing was completely pointless, and I totally backed up my system at one point. But yeah, I need to sort out those drives too, because one of those drives has a whole bunch of those crystals on there. I have one of these here too, a disk manipulator. That'll make cleaning that up too really easy. So what you do to clean up your drives, if you ever kind of derp them like I did, I think it's down here, right? Go ahead and grab you. Yeah, it's this one. Let's go ahead and grab you here. You go ahead and take them and you just put them into a disk manipulator. And as long as you have other disks in your system, it'll empty out this disk and put it onto the other disk, right? And anything that belongs in a drawer wall, like the 30,000 nitro crystals that are already in here, right? They'll start going in here, right? So it'll end up getting all the, it'll go to the right place, basically what I'm going to say. What I'm trying to say, it's going to put those extra nitro crystals into the right place, into a drawer wall, and anything else that belongs to drawer wall will end up in here too, right? So definitely a way of handling that. But yeah, it's done. We have our nitro crystals taken care of. We'll hit 1.2 million pretty quick. I'll accelerate it in batches, right? But I made a mess. I'm fixing it, and we're pretty much good to go. I think realistically, I could probably run this on tick accelerated, but I really just want to get it done and then not have to think about it anymore, right? So I think this automation is pretty much done. I may go ahead and move the actual, I guess, the rods up above just so it looks a little better. But outside of that, it's doing the thing. It's making the stuff, and it's pretty rad all around. Doing another accelerated batch there too, so that is pretty cool. Every time I do an accelerated batch and actually drain pretty much all our power, we produce about another 100,000 of the crystals. So we're up to 275 now, so that's not too bad. Cleaned off our drive. I was able to turn off this automation too, so this one's off now. Yeah, we actually hit our number that we needed. We're at like 230,000. I think we need 210. The add-on one is off too. We're at 244. We only need 210. This one will be turned off as well soon, so that is not too bad. We're making progress, and I'm actually able to turn off lag machines, which is fantastic. I may go ahead and end this video early today as well. My voice is getting raspy. I feel like I'm going to start losing it again, and I really don't want to do that. So I do have to definitely get a video out for tomorrow as well. So probably going to have to go ahead and drink some tea and coffee and see if I can actually get one done. If not, maybe there will be no video tomorrow. Guess we'll kind of see how it goes. But if I kind of push it right now, I know bad things are going to happen. But yeah, it's working out all around. I have to say too, like you guys, like you might think I talk a lot, right? A lot of you guys, the way I talk a lot. I never really stop talking. In my real, like everyday life, I don't. System doesn't talk like this. I'm autistic. I'm ADD. I spend about 95% of my time by myself. The rest of my time is with my daughter, of course. And I don't really communicate much. I'm kind of a hermit, guys. So me and my voice, like it's easy for me to lose my voice because I don't use my voice a lot. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. It's strange. I know I'm a weirdo, but at the same time, it is how it is. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually end this one here. So as always, you guys like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.